As a freshly graduated dentist or a dental student about to graduate, what shall I do to increase my chances to get accepted for specialty training, for master degrees? What can I do and study to be ready for the ORA exam? What paperwork shall I get from my university, from my country? All of this and these questions I got asked by my students, by my people on DMs or day in, day out, on how they can be ready and prepared. When we're fresh and we're about to graduate, our dreams are too big. We are so ambitious, passionate about the journey. We've got something in the mind we want to get to, but we don't know really how hard and tricky the road is. The road will seem long and overwhelming, but we have to divide it, do steps to get there and make it look shorter. In this video, I'm going to talk about the best advices, tips and tricks we can do while we're still studying or we graduated to increase our chances, maybe to be ready to move to the UK, to save ourselves money, time, to save our families a lot of hassle, a lot of expenses. So this video will be for you if you are about to graduate or you graduated recently. My name is Dr. Almouslli. This is our channel, Dentests. We talk all about sort of things about dentistry and the UK. If you like the content, please share, subscribe and like the videos. Before we start, we talk. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone who showed the love and support to the channel and to our Facebook group and our Instagram page. Welcome back to the channel. So before we start talking about the things, the paperwork and the courses, let's say you have to take, we need to know firstly our circumstances. Each one of us, we are not the same. We don't study in the same university. We don't study in the same college. We live in different countries and different circumstances. We have to know our circumstances exactly. We have to know our financial support, our families, how much can we work on this? Do we need financial support? Do we study in English? Do we study in Arabic? All these small things matters. And we have to know our own clinical and theory skills. What did we cover during our undergraduate study? Was our country during war? Was our study compromised during these undergraduate years? So this is very important to know. The second thing we have to know is what is our ultimate goal, let's say 5 years from now. I always try to put a plan for 5 years ahead. So try to imagine where in 5 years you want to be. Do you want to be in the UK and work as a UK qualified dentist? Do you want to be in the UK and working on your masters? Do you want to be in the UK doing your specialty training? So if that's your dream, imagine that the dream is there. And what do I need to get there? So go back step by step to reach that goal and always put that 5 years plan ahead. So first and outmost, let's talk about the most important thing maybe in moving to the UK is the language. English is very important, is the main thing universities look at and one of the most important entry requirements either for the ORA exams or for universities. So we have to work on improving our English skills. Most of the universities nowadays teach in English. However, some universities still teaches in Arabic. So we have to know our skills and what kind of support do we need. How can I improve my English skills? A lot of things we can do. Firstly, always concentrate on study everything in English. Read your textbooks in English, lectures in English. Try to learn and educate yourself the dental terms all in English. Write it down, repeat it again. In regards to improving your speaking skills, listening skills, reading skills, writing skills, these things can be done and reached by from your daily activities. Like we can watch movies and rather than having an Arabic subtitles, we can have an English subtitle. So while you're listening, you're reading. So this will improve both things, the reading skills and the listening skills. Read some books. If you have anything interesting you want to read, some novels, that will help. Try to listen to podcasts. Nowadays, it's the era of podcasts. There's plenty of podcasts in English that would improve your listening skills. In regards to writing, that should be a different thing to do, and you need maybe courses to support you with this. Watch some YouTube videos just to get your hands going on writing and to write in an academic way. English is, as I said, very important and also important, let's say, if you are applying for scholarships. The higher score you get, let's say, in IELTS exam, you increase sometimes your chances to get scholarships. So work on this from an early years, from your maybe second, third, fourth year, until you can tell that I am confident and competent enough in English. So you take the test and you test your skills. Secondly, What do I want from the UK? I want you to sit and speak to yourself. Ask yourself, what do I want from the UK? Do I want just a specialty and then I want to go back to my home country? Do I want the specialty and go back to the Gulf area? Do I want to move to the UK to live and thrive, study, and have a citizenship and have my family there? A lot of things tell us and show us our journey, so we have to choose wisely. But generally speaking, all of us from Arabic countries and from the Middle East, we want the best. And if we can hit so many birds in one stone, that would be great, and it's going to be a great win. So most of us want to have the best specialty, be specialists or consultants. I want to do orthodontics and I want to be an ortho specialist. I want to be an oral maxillofacial specialist. I want to have this the citizenship. So all of this can be done, but we have to climb the ladder step by step. We can't jump in straight away to the top and think that's it, it's done. We can't reach this. In the UK, you have to go step by step. Like building a house, you can't have the walls painted if you haven't built the house properly. So you need to build your bases and work towards your final goal. So always think and put a plan ahead. Sometimes we need to take shorter courses. Sometimes we have to pay for small master degrees. Sometimes we have to do the ORE exam, pass it, study, then work, then earn, then save, then do the specialities or the masters. We can't jump in straight to the masters if we don't have the funds. And don't think that scholarships are available, especially for dentistry. And scholarships normally and mostly in a lot of cases are for maybe 1 year. And if you're lucky, you'll get one, but rarely you can find any. So always work about building up your CV. Look at the gaps in your CV. Try to read about the masters, what inspires you, what universities you want to study at, what courses in this university you want to study. So read their entry requirements and understand it, and then try to update and fill your CV with all the missing information, all the missing skills and expertise to have yourself ready when you apply to this university to get accepted. So as I mentioned, I was there. I was freshly graduated dentist, and even before graduation, I was preparing my paperwork to move to the UK. I knew my plan and I started drawing my route to get to my target. So when I was in my 4th year, so 2 years from graduation, I started reading about the ORE. Firstly, I started building and working on my English skills. So I attended some courses, took the exams, and I get ready. Secondly, I consulted people in the UK to try to borrow their minds, to know what they did, how to save myself time, money, and effort. Unfortunately, there was not a lot of resources like nowadays. There's the YouTube, there is the channel. We're here, we can support each other. At the days like back in 2013, so 11 years ago, there was not a lot of resources. But nowadays, try to consult, always reach out to people, ask them, collect as much information as you can so you be familiar with the things. What I did as well, like I was traveling straight to the UK, so I had all my paperwork ready, let's say for the ORE exam. So I got all my paperwork ready, like certificate of good standing, the IELTS exam, my graduation certificates, everything needs to be translated. So all was ready to be sent to the UK the minute I arrived. The third thing is the books. I bought a lot of books in cheap prices, was secondhand, some of them, some from friends. From the GDC website, I read about what books do I need to be ready, what resources I need to read from to have my ORE part 1 ready, and I start prepare for it. So I started reading, just educate myself in English in these dental terms. I went on the BDA website, I got all the BDA sheets, I got myself familiarized with the UK guidelines. So started from when I was even during my undergraduate studies. What I didn't do when I was still in Syria and planning to move to the UK. Firstly, I didn't consult enough people. And secondly, when you graduate, you think, I've done 5 years of dentistry. I am master of dentistry. I am the best dentist. I know everything. I don't need anyone to give me any advices. I don't need any support. That's it. I'm good to go. Unfortunately, that's not the case. You have to work on building up your experience, do some postgraduate experience here, either by internships, by working in private practices, hospitals, shadowing like more experienced dentists, specialists, depending on what specialty inspires you. If you like ortho, try to speak to someone in orthodontics and shadow them. Oral surgery, shadow someone in oral surgery. Try to always build your experience and build your CV while you're working in towards your target. If you can't get your visa, your master's approved from the first year, don't sit and wait. Do something, work, not only work and study and educate yourself from maybe short courses, online things, improve your English. So this is what I didn't do. I'd always ask someone more experienced and been there before you step into the next step. Now let's talk about specialities. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos about the specialities and masters, specialities is 3 years full-time programs, is long masters, 3 years done either privately or through the NHS. Their requirements are very strict and big, and the list is exhaustive, so you have to cover all of these small things. So start by knowing, what do I want to be? I want to be an oral surgeon, I want to be a prosthodontist, I want to be an orthodontics. So try to go into these websites, search, check which universities offer these courses, go into these courses and read the entry requirements. Now, most of these courses require MFDS or MFD exam. The previous videos I talked about these membership exams from the Royal College of Surgeons. So you have to do these exams. 2, you have to have 2 years postgraduate experience at least, clinical. So that has to be done in your country. If you didn't do it in your country, you have to do it in the UK after you pass your ORE. 3, you have to build your own portfolio of cases. So big cases you've done in the practice, just take some pictures and have it. Some of these masters, even if you hit all the missing and required documents, they will still ask you for masters, like without them mentioning this on their website. They want to show you to show them that you have this desire to go and study. So you've done some masters already and you want to study more with them to be a specialist. You need to have maybe some publications, so some research publications, some research experience, some posters, some teaching education skills. So all of these has to be covered. So if you have all of them, you're gonna stand out between the applicants and they will see you as the outstanding applicant and you'll be offered a place. But if you have something missing, they will reject your application and then you have to apply again the next year and the third year. So we have not to give. So some of us may find this journey long and they may not succeed in having these masters reached. The dream seems too big and it's hard to get to. Sometimes financial situation, we can't fund, we can't do it. So there's a lot of obstacles in our lives to reach our dreams. Don't give up. Just work hard. If you can't make it in the first year, you can make it in the second. If you can't make it in the second, you can make it in the third and the fourth. If financial situation is an issue, try to find a solution. Either work and try to save up. If it's not possible, try to go on these scholarships websites. Read what they want from you to have a scholarship. What kind of documents they ask for. Try to search and find someone who had a scholarship in the past and ask them what did they do, what paperwork they did, what collect, and what they did in their interviews, let's say. So work towards this thing and you can hopefully, once you get to the UK and you're in the UK, you here, that's it, you done maybe more than 50% of your journey to your dream. So don't give up. So I hope this video was not too long. I hope it was informative. If you need any support, if you're about to graduate, you need some guidance, please reach out. If you want guidance or support in master degrees, again, applications or visas, ORE applications and education later on to study for the ORE Part 1, ORE Part 2 or LDS, please reach out and keep an eye on our channel for our new website, which will be launched hopefully soon. I'll see you in next video. And many thanks for your support and share. I look forward to see you again. Take care.